Hey, what is up, everybody? I'm coming to you right now from beautiful Alaska. We are getting some snow right now. Big surprise. Anyway, hey, it is New Year's Eve 2021, and I just thought I'd make a quick video. I'd like to wish everybody the best, but then I'd also like to share some thoughts, our current state of the world, plans moving forward, how to achieve your goals and dreams, and make it an awesome 2022. It seems hard to believe that it's already 2022, but here we are. A lot of drastic changes for us. You know, sold, sold everything, sold the house, sold everything, moved up to Alaska. Sounds crazy to most people. To me, it feels great. Love it up here. Although a lot of people say don't move up here, so I'll pass that along. Don't move up here. They did the same thing in Idaho too. Anyway, I'm really just thinking about the future, moving forward. Despite all the craziness, it's been actually a very successful year for me. In a lot of ways. I also want to talk about choosing how to live the way you want to live. I know that in some countries that currently is not something that you have control over, which really sucks. And I can see the world is moving towards a totalitarian system, and I don't, like to see that. I like freedom. I'm all for personal freedoms. I like people to do what they want, live how they want, be how they want. And all that being said, we're going into a brand new year, and I think that's the perfect time to say, I want to live how I want to live, and I'm going to do what I want to do. Now, you got forces trying to tell you, no, get back in, lay down, piss on yourself, be weak, be a loser. But the truth is, that's up to you. You don't have to do those things if you don't want to. You don't have to be those things if you don't want to. You can be, do, have anything you want to be, do, or have. You don't know that, then look at how so many people have actually lived perfectly normal lives over the last couple of years, despite all the insanity. And I think that comes with imposing your powerful will on the world. I think that comes with you standing up and saying, hey, no, motherfucker, you can do you, and I'm going to do me. And if you try to stop me from doing you, then we're going to have a problem. So I think you can avoid all that shit. I think you can avoid all that stuff and be who you want to be and live how you want to live. That's my plan moving forward. That's been my plan for a while now and what I've done. The other thing being talking about mandates. Well, mandates are only things that work if you obey them. If nobody obeys them and nobody bows down like a good little weak person, animal, sheep, whatever you want to say, if nobody does that, then everything is fine. Then they will just have to be like, oh, fuck, never mind. But there's that fear base, that fear behind it. Everybody's like, oh shit, well, what happens if I don't obey? What happens if I don't comply? Well, they're going to tighten down. The more people that obey, the more powerful they're going to become. The more that mandate or mandates or whatever bullshit they come up with, the stronger it's going to be. Now, depends on how you want to live. They are pushing you towards being a slave. I say don't be a slave. And the way you don't be a slave is you don't be a slave. You stand the fuck up. You say, no, you do you. I'm going to do me. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to live my life how I want to live. And if you're surrounded by people that are telling you not to do that, then get out of there. Move on to someplace else where you have a better environment, where people are telling you what's really true instead of telling you to lay down and be a good little slave. Take your beatings, take your pills, take your injections, take whatever whatever they want you to have. They're the whims of the elites, as I like to say. They're living like kings and queens. They're ruling you. They're treating you like peasants. They're stepping on your necks. They're stealing your wealth to move on. Now, the best way you can do this is to not let them. Learn skills that are valuable. Learn things that can never be taken away from you. I'm not talking about going to college, because that's just an indoctrination mill at this point. I mean, unless you have some very specific thing you want to learn, I wouldn't do it. I'd go forward without doing that. For me, it's been an interesting ride. I mean, 2020 hit, I didn't know what to think. Like, wow, the world's literally so stressful. They're telling us we should be afraid. And honestly, at the beginning, I didn't know what to think. I really didn't. But the more that I paid attention, the more I researched, the more I looked things up, the more I evaluated the source of the income. The income. Evaluate the source of the information. You can tell it's on my mind. You the more I evaluated the source of the information, the more I was aware of what was going on, and I knew how to better react and handle my life. But I'll admit, it took me a couple weeks to figure out what was going on. Probably the first week, I knew it was bullshit. I couldn't figure out what was going on. Didn't really know what to do, but then I started doing more research. I started learning about, our real laws, the laws that supersede these foolish rulers that we have. And I started living how I wanted to live. That's been hard. That's a challenge. I don't comply. I won't comply. And that's me. You do what you want to do. I'm not here to tell you how to live. I'm just telling you my story of what I'm doing and how I'm living. And it's in my blood, I think, but I can't stand to be told what to do. I just can't. Somebody tells me what to do, man, it drives me crazy. I can't hardly stand it. But you gotta balance that out. So what does it mean? Well, they tell you not to buy something. Don't you dare do this. Well, I mean, figure it out. Is it really something truly important? Are they just using fear to control you? Are they trying to keep you in place, getting you to comply, knowing that you'll be over 80% more likely to comply with the next thing once you've already complied with the prior request? That's a fact, long before any of this shit happened. Anyway, love you guys. Don't mean to get crazy or heavy or rant. 2022 is going to be a kick-ass year. 2022 is going to be everything you want it to be. For me, 2020, I started drinking. I'm not a drinker. I'm going to have a drink here and there socially, whatever. But I never really drank. It was just like, yeah, sure, I'll drink with my friends. I'll have a drink here or there. Once a month, twice a month, maybe. And I started drinking more. Like, yeah, every couple of days I was drinking. And then pretty soon, like every day I was drinking. Oh my God, what the fuck is going on? Why am I doing this? Well, I was stressed. I didn't know what to do. And really honestly, I didn't. The world had turned upside down, and I'm looking around and I'm like, no guys, don't do this. Look, listen, this is wrong. This is why, and blah, blah, blah. But people were already indoctrinated. People had already had the slave mentality. People were already drinking the Kool-Aid or whatever you want to say. And as a person that can see what's going on, it's very frustrating. It's very alienating and isolating, and it's very hard to handle that depth of emotion. And then I realized, fuck it. It's not my job to save the world. It's not my job to save everybody. It's my job to take care of my family and do what's best for us. And knowing that, doing the research that I did, I picked a state that I thought would be extremely difficult. I picked a state that I thought would be very free, which typically that happens. You trade, security for freedom. So I'll trade that security, and I'll take care of myself and protect myself and my family and raise them how I want to raise them and live how I want to live. And I'm going to live free. As long as I'm alive, I'm going to live free. I'm not going to live on my knees. I'm not going to be letting somebody put something in me I don't want. I'm just going to live how I want. So then the drinking. Well, I decided I have a problem. I mean, do I have to drink? No. But I am. Okay. Is it good for me? Well, go get some blood work done. No, your liver is not happy. Those liver enzymes are not happy. They're very high. Okay. Well, let's evaluate what I've been doing. I've been drinking a lot. Okay. Have I ever drank this much in my life? No. Like I said, I've never been a drinker. So, I made a decision. I'm not going to drink that much. Yeah, maybe I'll go back to one beer every couple weeks. Maybe a couple a month. That's it. And it's a decision. I'm not going to let things control me. Because if I do that, then I'm just as bad as somebody else who's being controlled in a different way. Because I'm allowing them to dictate to me how I'm going to feel in my actions and what I'm going to do. And I'm not okay with that. So I'm laying off that, and I feel better. It's been a couple weeks, and I feel really good. It never impacted me other than that. I still was very, successful and profitable, and still just myself. But as far as, you know, allowing something to start happening that I didn't like, well, I was doing that. And that's my honest, admission to the world. And, hopefully that helps somebody out there. If not, well, whatever. I'm just doing this for mainly me and my family anyway, so it's all good. I think that is part of being, a modern Viking. I think it's part of being a strong, powerful person, deciding what you're going to do and then being in charge of it and owning it. Own your life, own your choices, own what you're going to do and what you're not going to do, you know? I don't have an addiction to it. It just became a habit, and I just started doing it. And so for those of you out there that are addicted to things, get the help you need. It's probably, I don't know anything about it. I'm not an expert at all. I don't know about what's better, going cold turkey or not. I just know for me, it's just a decision. I don't know how it works for other people, so I'm not advising anything. I'm just telling you what I'm going through, doing, experiencing. And I've been much happier without it. I feel better, more energy, things like that, you know. But in the beginning, we didn't really know what was going on, so you sat there for a minute till you figured things out. Sometimes you need something to calm your nerves. Meditation works way better. Breathing deep works way better. And then, do a lot of releasing techniques, things like that. Emotional freedom technique, tapping solution, things like that. They really help you let go of the stuff that might be, working on you and you don't know. So this is a big rant. This is a big year. It was a big year last year, and this one's going to be even bigger. For me, I'm moving forward with more real estate acquisitions. I'm moving forward with pushing the business further, working out, becoming in the best shape and health in my life, doing everything I can, helping my family pursue their dreams and goals too, like I always have. Lots of big fun things on the horizon. Maybe looking at doing some flying and different things like that. I want you guys to realize that you can still live. You have these fucking people in there, and I swear to God, they're just up there seeing what you'll do. They're like, hey, let's tell them this. Let's push this button and see if they actually do it. Oh man, they did it. Look. Stupid peasant. Oh, let's see what else they do. And that's literally what's happening. Okay? And the more you agree, the weaker you become. The more power you give away to them, the more they laugh at you. They will not take care of you. They lied to you. They pretend they're taking care of you and helping you and have the best interest, your best interest at heart, and they don't. They do not. Okay? If you don't know it now, you're going to find out later. And when you find out later, it's going to be too late. And you're going to be very upset. And you'll have no recourse. So, I'm trying to tell you these things now. I wish everyone a beautiful, wonderful, amazing 2022. I want to see everyone thrive and succeed and be as happy as you possibly can be, because I think that's what we're here for. Raise each other up, help each other, lift each other up. There's going to be a lot of people hurting soon. You need to do what you can to become the best you can be so that you can actually be in a position to help people, not just helping yourself. Because there's this crazy thing about giving, and it feels fantastic when you can genuinely actually help someone who needs help. It's an amazing, beautiful thing that is just like nothing else. Live your life how you want. If that means you go somewhere else other than where you're at, you go somewhere else. If it means you go to the mountains and you live in a shack because that's where you feel best, you go do that. If you move to a place that has nice beaches and freedom and no bullshit, go there. Whatever works best for you. 2022 is happening. I'm coming for it full speed. I'm going to smack it right in the mouth, and I'm going to do what I want to do with 2022. 2022, yeah, that's the year. So go make it the best year so far, and then keep pushing. Set those goals. Set them high. Put them in front of you. Look at them every day. Know that you're going to make them happen, because I believe you will, just like I believe I will, and I believe that you can. You have it in you. You either have the Viking blood or you have the Viking spirit. If you have those, that's all you need. You have that powerful modern Viking attitude, that strength, that I'm going to kick the door in on 2022 and I'm going to do what I want with it. I think you're going to do just fine. Don't bow down to these slavers. Don't bow down to these people who are no different from you or me, trying to make you a slave. You are not a slave. Go live your life. Go live free. Be free. Make 2022 the best fucking year you've ever had. And make all the years after that even better. Peace.